Copyright Hélder Manuel Marques Postiga is a Portuguese footballer who plays for Spanish club Deportivo de La Coruña ± as a striker. After starting professionally at Porto, Postiga went on to have spells in England, France and Greece, before returning to his country with Sporting. He amassed Primeira Liga totals of 185 games and 49 goals over the course of 10 seasons, with Porto and Sporting. A Portuguese international on 70 occasions, Postiga represented the country in 2 World Cups and 3 European Championships, helping the national team reach the final at Euro 2004. Club career: FC Porto. Born in Vila do Conde, Postiga started his career at Northern side Vozima SC. In 1998 he joined FC Porto's youth teams, and continued to progress until he reached the reserve squad. At the time, coach Octavio Machado picked him for the first team on some occasions and the player performed well. After José Copyright Mourinho was hired as Porto manager, Postiga became a first-team regular. The 20-year-old scored 13 goals in the 2002 Euro 03 season, playing up front alongside Deli. He had also earned a permanent selection for the Portuguese under-21 team by this time. Euro Porto won the league title and that year's UEFA Cup, but he was not in the squad for the final itself. Tottenham. After winning the 2003 National Championship, Postiga moved to Premier League club Tottenham Hotspur for £6.25 million, a fee that could rise to £8.36 million. He failed to adapt to the English style of football, only managing to score 2 goals, one in the league against Liverpool and one in the League Cup against Manchester City. As a result, his reputation as an upcoming star drastically decreased. Porto return. Postiga then returned to Porto in a deal that sent Pedro Mendes to Tottenham in exchange, with the striker being valued at £7.5 million. New coach Victor Fernandes included him in the team for the 2004 Euro 05 campaign, but he had another disappointing season. However, following José Copyright Cruceiro's appointment as manager, he managed to score 3 goals before the end of the season. In 2005, after a promising pre-season, Postiga was demoted to the club's B team, because new coach Adrians was not happy with his performances. In January of the following year, trying to confirm his position in the Portuguese team for the 2006 World Cup, he moved, on loan, to AS Saint-Pirmelchen, where he netted 2 Ligue 1 goals against FC Metz and Le Mans Union Club 72, both resulting in 1 Euro 0 away victories. Postiga then returned to Porto for 2006 Euro 07 where, due to the managerial changes at the club, he found himself back in the first team. Postiga's first few games were a huge improvement from his form the previous campaign. A regular starter for the team, he nonetheless fell out of favour towards the end of the season, losing his place to Brazilian Adriano. However, he still managed to score 10 league goals. In mid-January 2008, after having again fallen out of favour, Postiga moved to Panathinaikos FC for a 6-month loan period. His first goal for the club came in the Athens derby against AEK Athens, in which he equalised. Sporting. On June 1, 2008, it was announced that Postiga had made a shock move to Portuguese rivals Sporting Clube de Portugal, signing a 3-year contract for a reported transfer fee of €2.5 million, with the Lisbon side acquiring 50% of the player's rights. On September 1 he scored his first official goal for his new club, the only in a victory at Sporting de Braga. Postiga's second season as a Lion was disastrous, both collectively a Euro Sporting finished 4th a Euro, and individually. Although he began as a starter, he soon lost his job to youth graduate Carlos Solero. Zaragoza. On August 31, 2011, the very last day of the summer transfer window, Postiga left Sporting, signing for Real Zaragoza in La Liga for a €1 million. At the Spanish side, he reunited with countrymen Fernando Mira and Ra Ben Michael. After 3 disallowed goals in as many matches, Postiga opened his scoring account for Zaragoza on October 16, 2011, netting twice in a 2-0 home win against Real Sociedad. This included a bicycle kick in the 11th minute of the game. He finished the season as club top scorer, in an eventual narrow escape from relegation. On November 10, 2012, Postiga scored a brace to help the Aragonese to a 5-3 defeat of 10-men Deportivo de La Coruña ±A. He netted a career-best 14 goals during the campaign, but his team was relegated. Valencia. On August 8, 2013, Postiga joined Valencia CF for a fee of £2.6 million, replacing Tottenham-bound Roberto Soldado. On September 1, in only the third match of the season, he netted twice late into the first half of the game against FC Barcelona at the Mestalla Stadium, but in an eventual 2-3 home loss. Postiga was loaned to SS Lazio for the remainder of the campaign on January 30, 2014, with the option of a permanent move afterwards. He made his debut in Serie A on March 26, playing 20 minutes in a 0-2 away loss to Genoa CFC. Deportivo. On September 1, 2014, Postiga rescinded his link with Apiece, and subsequently signed a one-year deal with fellow league team Deportivo. International career. Postiga made his debut for the Portuguese national team debut on February 12, 2003 in a friendly match with Italy, where he came on as a substitute for Thiago Mendes in the 70th minute. This game was also Luís Felipe Scolari's debut as Portugal manager. He was handed his first start on June 10 in a 4-0 win over Bolivia, where he scored his first 2 international goals. Even though he had a poor year with Tottenham, Postiga was selected for UEFA Euro 2004. In the tournament he managed to save his team from defeat against England during the quarter-finals, netting an 83rd minute 1-1 equaliser as Portugal would prevail in the penalty shootout 6-5 after a 2-2 draw. He successfully converted his attempt with a Penhascal shot. Postiga was subsequently summoned for the 2006 FIFA World Cup side, starting against Mexico in a 2-1 group stage win. In Euro 2008, also mainly used from the bench, he scored a late goal against Germany, although Portugal lost 2-3 in the quarter-finals. After more than 2 years of absence from the national team setup, Postiga was called up for 2 Euro 2012 qualifiers against Denmark and Iceland, in October 2010. On October 12, against the latter, he netted in a 3-1 away win. On November 17, he put 2 past world champions Spain in a 4-0 friendly win in Lisbon. On June 4, 2011, Postiga scored the only goal in a Euro 2012 qualifier against Norway played at Estádio da Luz, which made him the 10th highest scorer in Portugal's history. Selected by Paulo Bento to the finals in Poland and Ukraine as first-choice striker, he netted in the second group stage against Denmark, scoring the second in an eventual 3-2 win. He injured his right thigh in the first half of the national side's 1-0 quarter-final victory over the Czech Republic, which also forced him out of the next match and the rest of the tournament. International goals, honours, Club, Porto, UEFA Cup, 2002 Euro 03, Intercontinental Cup, 2004, Portuguese League, 2002 Euro 03, 2006 Euro 07, Portuguese Cup, 2002 Euro 03, Portuguese Super Cup, 2001, 2004, 2006, Sporting, Portuguese Super Cup, 2008, Country, UEFA European Championship, runner-up 2004, Orders, Medal of Merit, Order of the Immaculate Conception of Vila Viaduct Section Nosa, Club Statistics, as of October 26, 2014, 1 includes 1 match in the Portuguese Super Cup. Point 2 includes 1 match in the Portuguese Super Cup. References. External links, Stats and Profile at 00, Stats at Fora de Jogo, Portugal Profile, Copyright Hélder Postiga Career Stats at Soccerbase, Football Profile, Copyright Hélder Postiga at national-football-teams.com, Copyright Hélder Postiga Euro FIFA Competition Record.